Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 final week is on the air. Today's date is September 28, 1988. We are at Three Rivers Stadium for another big game between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's take a look at the standings as of tonight. In the American League East, the Boston Red Sox have clinched the division, and they are still a half game ahead of Oakland for the number one seed. The Yankees and Detroit are tied, but the Yankees have a percentage point lead on the Tigers, but both are 6.5 back, as the Yankees are in second and Detroit is in third. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers are tied at 88 and 70, but the Blue Jays are 2-4 on the board, where the Brewers are 1-4 on the board. So right now the Blue Jays are in fourth, but this whole section here, there are 2 playoff spots, and this can change daily. The American League East, very much up for grabs for second and third. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics have clinched the division. Minnesota and Kansas City both have 81 wins. If both teams tonight get to 82 wins, Minnesota and Kansas City will clinch the last 2 playoff spots in the American League West. The thing about Minnesota, Kansas City, there is no way they can catch the 4 and the 3. So right now, as it stands, Minnesota and whoever is in second or third in the AL West will be the 5 and the 6 seed. Who will go, and the winner of course, the 6 seed goes to the 5 seed in the first wild card game. We now move on to the National League East, where tonight's game is scheduled here. The Cardinals come into this game at 85 and 73. The Pirates 95 and 61. Very simple for Pittsburgh. Win tonight, and you clinch the National League East, and the Cardinals will be eliminated, and the Expos will clinch a playoff berth automatically here. If the Cardinals win tonight, the 10-minute ticker, Montreal could still win and still knock out the Cardinals. And if the Pirates lose, the Pirates can still clinch with a Mets loss. So right now, the 10-minute ticker has everything to do here in the National League East, even though today's game, this game we're about to play, may not totally decide it. The ticker may decide it. In the National League West, the San Francisco Giants still have a 2.5 game lead on the Houston Astros. The Dodgers and the Reds are now tied at 77 and 80. Neither one can lose tonight. The Padres were eliminated yesterday, now having their 81st loss. The Dodgers have the tiebreaker on the Reds, 3-2 on the board for the Dodgers and 2-4 on the board for the Reds. The Astros still trying to catch San Francisco for the division title, and at 84 wins, right now the Astros look like whoever winds up in second in the NL West will be traveling to the National League East number 4 seed, especially if we only have 5 teams. Because right now, the Dodgers and the Reds cannot lose tonight at all. That is what's at stake on tonight's day. Jeremy Brooks, Brian B., Brian Patterson, John Haverly, and Philip Reynolds are first to join us here at Three Rivers Stadium. The Cardinals historically won this game 2-1. The Cardinals had 9 hits and an error. The Pirates played an ugly game. They had 8 hits and 3 errors. So this was an ugly game for the Pirates. They absolutely, but they want to win tonight. Both teams do have a bit of a hodgepodge lineup. So, of course, I do play as-played lineups. But in a game like this, in the 7th inning, I start bringing in starters. So that pretty much kind of offsets a little bit how we do a game like this, where, of course, at this time, historically, neither one of these teams were in it. The Mets had already wrapped it up in 1988 in the division. But here in this game actually does mean something. So I usually will start bringing the starters around the 7th inning. So we are all set and ready to go. It is time to play another big game of baseball. Last night, I couldn't believe a 1-0 win by the Dodgers. Will the Cardinals hold off for at least the ticker, or will the Pirates clinch a division? Bob's Tabletop Sports now joins us here at the stadium at the Three Rivers. Let's get set and ready to go. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight, Doug Drabek, and he was pretty much their ace. 15 wins, 7 losses, a 3.08 ERA. We've seen Drabek so far, and he has been pretty good. The Cardinals must win and then hope for some 10-minute ticker help. The Pirates win tonight. The Cardinals are out. The Expos clinch a playoff. They do clinch a playoff spot, but not third place yet. They're still 3.5 back of the Mets. So third place would not be clinched just yet. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Cardinals will be center fielder Willie McGee, 292 average, 3 homers, 50 RBIs. We are using yellow, white, and black dice. Pirates are the home team. Everybody is set to go. Another big game at Three Rivers. Will the stadium be cheering at the end, or will they be groaning? Drabek, 6'3", against the switch left. That's a blank. McGee, 1-1. That's a ground out to short. That'll be handled by Felix Vermeen. And that is out number 1. As Frank Rosenk joins us here now at the stadium by the Three Rivers. Next up will be the shortstop, the wizard himself, Ozzie Smith, 270 average, 3 homers, 51 RBIs. Hall of Famer? Yeah. Drabek with the pitch. 6'6", against the switch left. That's a blank. Smith, 5'4". That's a line out right to short. And again, it's played by Fermin, and he will make the grab for out number 2. And the next batter will be the first baseman, Pedro Guerrero. He started the year with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is now on the Cardinals. Came over in the Tudor trade. 286 average, 10 homers, and 65 RBIs. Guerrero still hoping that he can make the postseason while his other team may not get there. Joel Turney joins us here now at Three Rivers. Drabek, 5'2", range play. Guerrero, 4'6". That's a fly ball hit to right. And the right fielder is Glenn Wilson. Not that great out there. His range is a 2. That is a 2. He'll make the running catch and retire the side. So that is a fly out to right. And the Cardinals go 1-2-3. Cardinals must win, or if not, they are automatically out. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight is Joe Magrane. I always felt he was underrated. 5 wins, 9 losses, a 2.18 ERA. Only had 24 starts for the Redbirds that year, but Magrane I always thought was a thorn in a lot of people's side. I know that, John Haverly says Magrane was a thorn in the Pirates side. He was a thorn really pretty much in anybody's side. He was not. I don't care what his record is, Magrane did not stink. Leading off for the Pirates will be the left fielder, Gary Reedus. Reedus started the year with the Chicago White Sox. He is now on the Pirates. 249 average, 8 homers, 38 RBIs. Reedus will have enough at-bats. He will make the postseason roster. Magrane, 6'6", strikeout 20. That is high. Three River Stadium subtracts 1 from strikeouts, but adds 4 to walks. We could see a lot of bases on balls. Reedus, 5'1", and that's a ground out to first base. Guerrero will handle that and take it himself. Doug Hunt now joins us here at the stadium by the Three Rivers. He wasn't a thorn, he was a headache. Yeah, he was. Next up is second baseman Jose Lind, a 262 average, 2 homers, 49 RBIs. Magrane will go ahead and pitch. 5-2, strikeout 2. He got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Magrane. He had 100 Ks in 88. I guess Joe Magrane gave a lot of migraines, probably. 2 down. Here comes the center fielder, Andy Van Slyke, 288 average, 25 homers, 100 RBIs, playing against his old baseball club. Rick Query now joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Magrane with the pitch. 3-1. That's a pitcher result. That 14 is going to be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to second base. And Luis Alicea will go ahead and get it. And he'll throw it over and retire the side. Nothing across for either team here. No score after 1. We will go to the top of inning number 2. Leading off for the Redbirds will be the right fielder, Tom Brunansky. A 240 average, 23 homers, and 83 RBIs. Ballpark stats change from season to season. Yes, they do. Drabek, 4-4. That's a blank. Brunansky, a 2-4. And against the righty, that's a ground out to first. And Sid Bream will take it himself. 1 down. And the next up batter will be the left fielder, John Morris. A September call-up, but not a bad average. 289 average and 3 RBIs. He is in left field for this game. Makes a lot of errors, but very good range. Drabek, 3-1 against the lefty. That is a blank. Morris, 5-1. That's a base hit. He slaps that past second, and Morris will get the first hit of the game. He will go to first. And now we'll see the catcher, Tony Pena, 263 average, 10 homers, 51 RBIs. Infield is at double play depth. David Vega joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. And that's a 20. Drabek, very good at getting runners at first. Picked off. He throws. And no, Morris just got back. Drabek, very good with the pickoffs. He will now pitch to Pena. 3-1 against the righty. Home run result. Pena against the righty needs a 7, and he just missed it with an 8. Pena, 1-3. Instead, it's a deep fly ball to right field. Going back for it is going to be Glenn Wilson, and he will make the catch at the wall. 2 outs, and Pena can't believe he didn't send that one out of here. Well, he hit that hard, but just missed it. Here comes the second baseman, Luis Alicea, who my boss actually knows. 212 average, a homer, and 24 RBIs. Morris on at first. Anything on the strat? Not this time. Drabek will pitch. Drabek, 2-6 against the switch left. That is a walk plus, and that's ball 4. As I said, may see a lot of walks at this ballpark with that +4. And that's the first walk issued by Drabek. He had 46 of them. Not bad for 219 innings pitched. And now a chance for the Cardinals. And here comes the third baseman, Rod Booker. And his card is nasty. 343 average, 3 RBIs. He only was in 18 games for the Cardinals. But this is what happens sometimes when you play a game like this. So runners at first and second, 2 outs. Strat, nothing on the 9. Drabek will go ahead and pitch. Drabek, 5-5, possible error. Booker, 4-1, and that's a ground ball right to the pitcher, and that's going to be an error because Drabek has an error rating of 20. That's an automatic error on Drabek. He grounds it right back to him, picks it up, but he's going to drop it, and everybody's going to be safe. So Booker hits a grounder right back to Drabek, and he drops it. So that is an E1. First error on the Pirates, and they were awful in this game. They had 3 of them historically, and that keeps the inning alive. But the batter is the pitcher, Joe Magrane, a 167 average, but he does have a home run, which means if Drabek is not careful, the pitcher may send one out of here. How does anyone have an error rating of 20? Now you get that. 2 men down, 2 outs, and we are in the top of the second here. Bases full of birds. Drabek will go ahead and pitch. Strat, Nothing on the 3. Morris stays put. A chance for the Cardinals to get some runs. Drabek, 5-6, error on a throw. Magrane, 1-2, and that is going to be a ground ball to second base. A grounder to second. That ball is hit to Jose Leaned. His error rating is a 4. That's an 11. He won't make an error, and he is going to throw to first to get Magrane and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and an error. But the Cardinals are unable to get the runs in. And that could be huge. Cardinals do or die. The only thing the Pirates don't do if they lose tonight is clinch the division, at least on the board. The Mets could, the Pirates could lose, and the Mets could lose, and the Pirates will still clinch the division. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Pirates will be the third baseman, Bobby Bonilla. Yes, the Mets are still paying him. 274 average, 24 homers, 100 RBIs. Bottom of the second, no score. Magrane with the pitch. 6-5, wild pitch, ball 1. 6-2, that's a walk plus, and that 8 will be ball 4, and Bonilla trots to first. First walk issued by Magrane. He had 47 of them in 88, 165 innings pitched. There's nothing really wrong with that. That's a walk for 4 innings. Next batter for the Pirates will be the right fielder, Glenn Wilson. Wilson came over from the Seattle Mariners earlier in the year. 256 average, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. Infield double play depth. Anything on Bonilla? That's a 4 and no. He stays put. The hit and run comes up, actually. But I'm not with Bonilla with a stolen base of 8. Magrane will pitch. Magrane, 5-5, error on a throw. Wilson, 6-4. That's going to be a fly out to center. Getting in there will be McGee, and he will make the play for the out. Here comes the first baseman, Sid Coffee and Bream. 264 average, 10 homers, 65 RBIs, or Sid Cookies and Bream. Once again with the strat. Nothing on the 11. Bonilla stays where he is. Magrane with the pitch. 4-3. Home run chance. Against the lefty, the 10 passes. Against the lefty, Bream needs a 12. No, it's a 15. He misses a homer. Bream, 3-2, and instead he lifts a deep fly ball to left field, and Morris is going to go to the wall, and he's going to make the catch. 2 down. Wow, 2 home runs that do not leave the park. And now here comes the catcher, Tom Prince. A 176 average and 6 RBIs. September call-up, of course. Runner on it first. Strategy roll. That's a 4. Bonilla stays where he is. Magrane will pitch. Magrane, 2-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Prince, 5-2. It's a fly ball to left field. Once again, Morris will get to it, and he will make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. No score after 2. In this must-win game for the Cardinals, Pirates just trying to wrap up the National League East, and they would have home field throughout the National League postseason. There is no way the Pirates or the Astros will catch them from the National League West. They will be the number 1 seed in the league. And right now they would be the number 1 seed overall unless because they have a half-game lead on Boston for the home field throughout, including the World Series. We go to the top of the third. Willie McGee leads off, and he's 0 for 1. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brian Patterson. Your oldest daughter just tested positive. Well, you go ahead, do what you got to do, and make sure she is okay, sir. Drabek, 3-3, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Drabek. He had 127 of them in 88. Here comes Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. Drabek with the pitch. Drabek, 1-3, strikeout 8. That is high. Smith A 5-3, and that's a fly out to center field. And Van Slyke will range over there, 2 down. 2 outs now, and here comes Guerrero. Guerrero 0 for 1. Always felt Pedro Guerrero was the first example of beast mode. Because if anybody saw Pedro Guerrero, you know he was pretty ripped. Drabek with the pitch. 5-3, that is a blank. Guerrero, 2-5, and that ball is hit to right field. That's a 13, and against the righty, Guerrero will keep the inning alive. He's going to wind up on third with a triple. A triple for Guerrero, as he will hold at third base as that bounces in the corner to right, but he'll get to third, and that gives the Cardinals a big chance with Brunansky. Brunansky is 0 for 1. Guerrero not really a threat to do anything. That is a 1. He's staying where he is. Good to hear, Mr. Bryan. Drabek will go ahead and pitch. Drabek, 1-5. Home run chance against the righty. Against the righty, only a 1. The 20 is way out of here. Brunansky, 3-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Bonilla is up with it. He will toss it over to first and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals. A triple, but they leave Guerrero stranded. And we will go to the bottom, and then we go to the bottom of the third inning in this very, very big game. That's what's so special about the final week. Everything counts now. Magrane gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Pirates will be the shortstop, Felix Fermin, 276 average, 2 RBIs. Felix Fermin was with the Pirates starting around August. Magrane with the pitch. Magrane, 3-6, that's an out. And it's going to be a ground out to short, taken care of there by the Wizard of Oz. And that is 1 down. Here comes the pitcher, Doug Drabek, a 171 average and 5 RBIs. He's capable of hitting the ball. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. As he says, Joe Magrane headache. I hate to say this, you are very, very late on that. Brian B. already beat you to it, so you got to come up with something better there, David. Very disappointed that you already copied somebody else. I tell you, Dave, way behind. Big Clue joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Don't forget to vote for your season choice for his game of the week and Baseball Demos' channel. He should be revealing the winner of that vote on Friday after my game. Magrane, 3-5. That's a walk plus, and that will be ball 4. He walks the pitcher. Wow. So Magrane goes ahead and walks Drabek, whose walk rating of 1, but a walk plus makes him a 15, and he does walk him. And now a chance for Reedus. Reedus is 0 for 1. Infield is at double play. Strat, 2, and Drabek not going anywhere. 45 votes so far. There you go. Don't forget, people, place your vote. Magrane with the pitch. Magrane, 2-3 against the righty, blank. Reedus, 2-2. That's a ground ball to short. 2-1-2. Second base, pivot, Alisea 0. 1-2. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 6-4-3. Reedus grounds out into the 6-4-3. And nothing across except a walk. No score after 3. Looks like another tight pitcher's duel, just like last night was. It took John Shelby to come off the bench and blast a home run at Jack Murphy Stadium, which effectively ended the Padres season. We go to the top of the 4th here. And let's see here. Leading off for the Cardinals will be John Morris. Morris got a base hit his first time up. No score, Birds and Bucks. Drabek, 4-5, error on a grounder. Morris, 4-5. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 10, and that's going to be a double to center. It's hit to Van Slyke. His error rating is a 2. He will not make an error. He'll send it in, but Morris gets a leadoff double. So Morris now has a single and a double. And now the batter is Pena. Morris does have triples, but there's really no way he can hit the home run. So no cycles possible from him. Pena's 0 for 1. Anything on the strat? The 16 says no. Drabek will go ahead and pitch. Drabek, 3-5, strikeout 3. Yes, he got him. Cold strike 3 on Pena. 1 out. Strikeout number 2 for Drabek. Here comes Alicea. Alicea walked his first time up. And nothing on the board. Morris will stay at second base. Drabek will go ahead and make the deal. 1-2. That's at the park. 3 Rivers. 5-1. And that's a ground ball to first. That'll be taken care of there by Breen. He'll take it himself, and Morris will go to third. But now there are 2 outs. And a big chance for Rod Booker. And he reached on an error his last time up. So now Booker a chance to maybe bring in a run for the Cardinals. Still 2 outs. Strat. Nothing on the 12. Drabek will go ahead and make the pitch. Drabek now deals. Drabek, 6-3 against the lefty. That is a blank. Booker, 3-2, and he pumped it up. Pop fly ball to second base. Leaned is calling for it. He's got it, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit. The Cardinals need this game more than the Pirates do. And right now they're playing like they don't care. We go to the bottom of the 4th. A Pirates loss here does not take them out. The Pirates can still win the division with a loss and a Mets loss in the ticker. The Cardinals must win. They lose, they are out, and the Expos do clinch the final playoff spot in the division. Jose Lean leads off for the Bucks. He's 0 for 1. Texag 75 joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium as he keeps his streak alive. Magrane with the pitch. Magrane 2-4. That's a blank. Leaned 4-4, and that is a ground ball to third. Booker will handle it and toss it over. 1 down. 1 out, and here is Van Slyke, and he's 0 for 1. Magrane, yes, you were a little late there, Texags. I'm going to tell you, if you're trying to break Cal Ripken's record here for being as many of my games as possible, we'll see how well you do. Magrane, 3-3, that's an out. And that's a ground ball hit to first base. And Guerrero will take it himself, 2 down. Batter now is Bobby Bonilla. And yes, the Mets are still paying him. He walked his first time up. Magrane will go ahead and pitch. Magrane, 3-5. Walk plus 16. Yep. That'll be ball 4, and Bonilla will walk for the second time. And that is the third walk given up by Magrane. So he's having some control app problems right now. Next batter is Wilson, and he's 0 for 1. Bonilla, not really a threat to steal. He's going to stay put. Magrane will now pitch to Wilson. Fans here at Three Rivers wanting to cheer a division title by a win, but they'll take a backing in if the Mets can't do it in the ticker. Magrane, 2-6, strikeout 15. That is high. Wilson, 6-6, and that is a ground ball to first. Guerrero will collect it, tag the bag, inning over. Nothing across except a walk. No score after 4. Another tight game here on the network where everything matters. We had a heck of a game last night between the Dodgers and the Padres, and right now these pitchers are pitching like everything matters. At least for the Cardinals, it's more important for them. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Joe Magrane. He's 0 for 1. Drabek will go ahead and pitch. And that's a 2-1. Against the righty, walk. 5. Yes, he walks the pitcher. Magrane has walked this time, so now both pitchers have walked each other. A leadoff walk to Magrane. Not what you want to do if you're the Pirates. And here's McGee. And McGee is 0 for 2. Infield double play. Magrane really not a threat to do anything. But you still roll to see if Drabek may try to pick him off. Doug Drabek was nasty picking off runners. Drabek with the pitch. Drabek, 1-2. That's at the park. 3 Rivers. 1-1. That's a ground ball to second base. 1-1-2. Shortstop. Pivot for mean 0. A 1 or a 2. It's a double play. No. Magrane will be thrown out at second. McGee takes over at first. 1 out. They do not turn the 2. So that will be a fielder's choice. And that will bring up Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. Infield still at double play depth. And that is a 2. McGee gets the steal sign. They're going to send him. Cardinals have to win this game and then hope the Expos lose. 17 minus 2 is 15. Prince plus 2 is 17. McGee on his way. The throw to second. Not in time. McGee will steal second base. Big steal right there for McGee. And that also takes away the double play depth. Now a strategy roll again. And that is an 11. McGee will stay at second. Drabek will pitch to Smith. Drabek, 6-4. That's a blank. Smith, a 3-1. And that's a ground ball to short. That'll be picked up by Fermin. Throws to first for the out. And McGee, he will not go to third. He stays at second base. 2 outs now, and now the batter is Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 2. He has a triple in the ball game. Fans here hoping Drabek can keep it going. There are some Cardinal fans here in the stands hoping they can keep the Pirates from clinching and then hope the ticker goes their way. Strat. Nothing on the 14. McGee stays at second. Drabek with the pitch. Drabek, 3-2, range play. Guerrero, 2-4. It's a fly ball to left field. The ball is hit to Gary Reedus. His range is a 3. He's after it. And he makes the catch. Side retired. Fly out to left. Reedus is right there. He makes it. And that ends the inning. Nothing across except a walk and a stolen base. What a play by Reedus in left. That probably would have scored a run, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Who will break through first? As Steeler fan is probably calling me right now, but my mom will pick it up. I don't know why Steeler fan is always calling my mom. I really don't know. I'm beginning to wonder about Steeler fan, and he is not in the chat yet, is he? No. At least I don't see him there. Well, I'm sure he'll show up later. Sid Bream leads off for Pitt, and he is 0 for 1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Magrane will be going ahead and pitching. Magrane, 4-4, range play. Bream, a 1-5. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Guerrero. His range is a 2. That is a 4. It'll get past him, and that's going to be a double hit down the line. Bream is going to round first and head to second. That's the first hit of the game for the Bucks. And that is a double. As Magrane goes 4 innings of no-hit ball, Bream will go ahead and get to second base. And now the Pirates have a big run there. Next batter is Prince, the catcher formerly known as Prince, maybe. He is 0 for 1. Strategy roll coming up. And nothing on the 18. Actually, Prince does get the bunt sign. A 176 average, you know what? That's what they're going to do. They're going to bunt. Magrane, and with the infield back, the question is, would they call for corners in? I don't think so. But in this case, I don't think they would expect a bunt here. I know John Haverly is good with it, and I agree. I don't think they'll be expecting a bunt. I'm going to lay it down normally. Magrane with the pitch. Magrane, 5-6. That's a walk. It's cut in half. That 18 is high. Prince lays down the bunt, and that is bunted right at the third baseman, and his bunt rating is a 4. That's a 17, and the lead runner is going to be thrown out. He bunts it right at the third baseman. It was hit a little hard. Magrane went over to cover third. He got Breen. He is out, and Prince is at first, 1 out. Oh, that was a big, bad bunt by Tom Prince. Wow. Lead runner thrown out, batter safe at first, and that hurts. So that goes as a fielder's choice instead. And now the batter is for Mean. And now the infield a double play depth. Still no score. Bottom of the 5th. Magrane will go ahead and pitch. Prince really not a threat to do anything, and he's not. Magrane will pitch. Magrane, 6-4, strikeout 6. He got him. Cold strike, 3 on for Mean. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Magrane, 2 down. And now the batter is Drabek. He will bat. Drabek walked his first time up. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at the stadium by the Three Rivers. Prince on at first. Magrane pitching here. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Prince stays at first. Magrane with the deal. Magrane, 3-5. Walk plus 15. And would you believe it? He walked Drabek again. That's a walk plus. On a 3-5, Drabek is a 1, plus 4 is a 5, plus 10 is 15. He walked Drabek again. How do you walk the pitcher twice? And that is the 4th walk issued by Magrane. And that gives Gary Reedus a chance here, but he's 0 for 2. 2 outs. Strategy roll. That is a 4. Nothing happening. Magrane now in a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 5th. No score. Magrane sets in here again for Reedus. Fans here at Three Rivers hoping for a hit. Magrane, 3-6. That's going to be an out. And it is a ground ball hit to short. Taken care of by the Wizard of Oz. He's going to throw to second against Drabek. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and a bad bunt. And we still have no score after 5. What is going on here with these low-scoring pitching matchups? Welcome to the final week of my seasons. You never know what will happen in the final week, especially with these as-played lineups. But I usually start bringing certain starters in starting the 7th inning. Let's go to the top of the 6th. V-Dog Productions joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Tom Brunansky leads off for the Redbirds. He's 0 for 2. The Mets would be rooting for the Cardinals in this game to keep the Pirates from clinching and then hoping 10-minute ticker gets them a game closer. Drabek with the pitch. 2-5 against the righty, walk, and that is ball 4 on the 7, and Drabek walks Brunansky. And that is the 3rd walk given up by Drabek. As I said, Three Rivers Stadium, you probably got a lot of walks here. Morris is next. Morris having a good night, 2 for 2, a single and a double. Infield is at double play depth. Brunansky had 17 stolen bases, and he does not get the steal sign. They do get the hit and run, but they do get the hit and run here, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to hit and run. They are going to hit and run here, I think. Although, because do you go the hit? Yeah, you do go the hit and run because Prince has got a +2 arm. Hit and run is on. Drabek with the pitch. 4-3 against the lefty. That is a blank. Morris, a 4-1, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. That'll be a single. With the hit and run, Brunansky's base runner becomes a 5. That's a base hit to center field. -1, a 1-4. Brunansky will get to third, and he does. So the hit and run works beautifully, and now the Cardinals have runners at the corners and nobody out. And now the batter now is Pena. Pena is 0 for 2. Infield's going to play in. They don't want Bernansky to score. They're going to play the infield in because right now both pitchers are pitching beautifully. Pena is, what is he? He's 0 for 2. Strat. That is a 1. Nothing happening. Morris will stay where he is. Drabek in a jam here on the top of the 6th. No score. Pena sets up to receive the pitch. Drabek, 5-2. Range play. Pena, 1-5. It's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to lean. His range is a 4, but with the infield in, his range is a 2. He's got it. He's got it. Bernansky becomes a base runner of a 1. With the infield in, they will not send him. The throw will go to first to get Pena, and that is 1 out. What a play by Jose Lean. A ground ball to second base. Lean makes an unbelievable play with the infield in. They do not send Bernansky, and they'll take the play at first. 1 down. And now the batter is Alicea. Alicea is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield still playing in. You want to get Alicea out because Booker is the next batter. Bernansky on at third. Morris now on at second. Strat, nothing on the 7. Drabek trying to get out of this jam now. 1 out, top of the 6th. Drabek with the pitch. Drabek 4-3 against the switch left. That is a blank. Alicea 5-1, and he popped it up. He popped it up to second base. Lean is calling for it. He's got it 2 down. And now the batter is Rod Booker. And he's a bit of a ringer with the .343 average in 18 games. But he is the guy that's still there. However, he is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error. Infield is now back. Now 2 outs here on the top of the 6th. Nobody crossing the plate. Drabek trying to keep it where it is. Fans here at TRS hoping for something. Strat. Nothing on the 12. Drabek will pitch to Booker. Drabek. 2-1. And against the lefty, that's going to be an out. He's going to get out of it. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Van Slyke will come in there. He will make the catch. Side retired. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs, a hit, and a walk. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The Cardinals cannot get a run across. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jose Lean leads off for the Pirates. He is 0 for 2. Magrane will go ahead and pitch to Lean here. Bottom of the 6th, Magrane still has plenty in the tank. Drabek will be tired after pitching to the pitcher in the next inning. Magrane will pitch. Magrane, 5-5, error on a throw. Leaned, 1-4. That's a base hit to right field. There won't be a throwing error. Lean will get to first. So the leadoff runner on for the Bucks. And here comes Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 0 for 2. Infield double play. Leaned at 15 stolen bases, but he stays put. Magrane will now pitch to Van Slyke. Magrane will go ahead and pitch. Magrane, 2-3 against the lefty. That's an out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. 1-0-1. Shortstop is Smith, a 0. The only way they get a double play is on a 1. Nope. But Lean, however, will get to second base on that one. It's a 2. So Lean goes to second. The only play Smith has is the first, and that's 1 out. Here comes Bobby Bowe. And Bo has walked twice. Leaned on at second base. Magrane will pitch to Bonilla. That's wrong, Strat. Nothing on the 6. Got to send the runner. Yeah, possibly, but there was nobody out, Brian B. There was nobody out, and really, I just, You know the dice are evil sometimes. Leaned on at second base. Magrane with the pitch. You're not wrong, though. 3-4 against the switch right. That's a blank. Bonilla, 2-3, and that is a base hit past third. That's a single. Leans base runner is a 3. He will not score. He has to hold at third. Bonilla slaps it past third, and now the Pirates are in business. And now the batter is Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. Wilson does ground out into a lot of double plays. And the Cardinals are going to play. But Magrane is a -1, is a 3. Cardinals are going to play the infield in. They cannot lose this game. A loss here automatically takes them out of the postseason. Leaned on it at third. Bonilla on it first. Magrane with the strat. Nothing happening. Magrane will pitch to Wilson. Fans here hoping for a hit. Magrane. 5-3. That's a blank. Wilson. 3-5. And it is a base hit past second base. The Pirates are on the board. Lane will come in. He will score. Bonilla, he will hold at second base. It's 1-0 in favor of the Bucks. Stadium cheers. Yay! A big RBI single by Glenn Wilson. And now runners at first and second for Bream. Bream got a double his last time up, but got picked off. And he is 1 for 2. Now the infield of double play depth. The Pirates finally score. It's 1-0 here. Magrane will go ahead. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 13. Magrane now hoping to just keep it at 1-0. Magrane with the pitch. 5-6. Walk. 10. And no, just missed. Bream. A 3-1. He hits one to center field. That is a 2. And against the lefty, that Bream is going to come through and smack a double to center. Bonilla will come in to score. Does it score Wilson? Base runner 3. Double to center, +2, a 1-5. Wilson scores. Oh, it's a 6. Center fielder is McGee, a 0 arm, 1-3. There could be an out. And no, Wilson holds at third. McGee throws that in hard, but a run scores. It's 2-0 Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! Bream comes through with a double, his second double of the night. And now the batter is Prince. Prince is 0 for 2. Infield's going to come in again here. Stuck at 1 out here on the bottom of the 6th. Pirates now have a 2-0 lead. And Magrane still pitching. Strategy. That is a 20. Magrane's got very good chances. But, oh boy. Magrane goes ahead and fires to second base. That is a 17. And Bream just got back. Magrane, a 1-10 would have been a balk. An 11-14 would have been a pickoff. And a 15-16 would have been an error, and they rolled a 17. Are you kidding me? Magrane will pitch to Prince. Magrane, 5-2, strikeout 3. He got him. That is a big K for Magrane, and that is the third strikeout, 2 down. And now the batter is Fermin, and Fermin is 0 for 2. Wilson on at third, Bream on at second. Magrane now trying to get out of this inning, only giving up the 2 runs. Fans here at Three Rivers now enjoying the score. They are sensing a division title. Magrane with the pitch. 2-1, possible error. Fermin, 6-1. It's a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Booker, and I hate to say this, That's not who you want to hit to because Booker has an error rating of 20. That's an automatic error. He picks it up, drops it. Everybody's safe. Wilson scores. Stadium cheers. Yay! And the wheels are falling off in this inning for the Cardinals. That is an E5 on Booker, and that is the first error on the Cardinals. They did have an error in the game historically, and now we got runners at the corners. And the next batter is supposed to be Doug Drabek, but he will be tired on the next batter. They're going to pull him, and they're going to the bullpen. That's going to be it for Drabek. They got a chance to get more runs. The Pirates are trying to lock up the division. And coming on to pinch hit for the Pirates will be Barry Bonds. 283 average, 24 homers, 58 RBIs. Barry Bonds will pinch hit. Magrane, he will pitch to Bonds here, trying to get out of this. What a bad inning here for the Cardinals. Strategy roll. And that's a 15, nothing happening. Bream on at third, Fermin on at first. Magrane will pitch to Bonds. Magrane, 1-4. That's an error on a grounder. Bonds, 6-2. And that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to second base. It's picked up by Alisea. Bonds, very good speed. A base runner 4. Alisea's got it. Throws to first. And got him! He got Barry Bonds at first base to retire the side. A ground out to second as Bonds out of 4. That's a 5. He is out, and the inning is over. 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 big error, but the Pirates have a 3-0 lead. We now go to the top of the 7th. Joe Magrane is the leadoff batter for the Cardinals, but he will come back. The Pirates need a pitcher, and they got 2 switch hitters they're going to bring in a righty here. And coming on to pitch for the Pirates is going to be Jeff Robinson. 11 wins, 5 losses, 9 saves, a 3.03 ERA. Robinson will be the second Pittsburgh pitcher. Pinch hitter coming up for the Redbirds. And coming on to pinch hit will be Vince Coleman. 260 average, 3 homers, 38 RBIs. Coleman's job is to get on base. Top of the 7th, 3-0 Pirates. A Pirates win, they clinch the National League East. The Cardinals are out, and the Expos clinch the final playoff berth in the division. Not third place, though. They can still barely catch the Mets. But if the Mets win, okay, the Expos do clinch third. Robinson will go ahead and pitch. Robinson, 3-1. That's at the park. 3 Rivers, 3-5. That's a blank. We got a rare play. Rare play with bases empty. And that's a 26. Third baseman goes into the hole to make the play and hurts himself on the play. Resolve is a G5, and that is Bonilla. His range is a 3, and it is a 3. He's got it and throws to first for the out. But Bobby Bonilla says his injury rating is a 0. And that is a 5, and he's out for the game. So Bobby Bonilla says, I'm done. Take me out. Keep me ready for the postseason because we're going to the playoffs. So that'll be it for Bobby Bonilla. And the Pirates will bring in a new third baseman. Coleman is out, though. And that is a ground out to the third baseman. McGee leads off. And the new third baseman coming on for the Pirates is going to be Ken Oberkfell, who actually started the year with the Atlanta Braves. He will take over at third although not very good at that position, but he does have the most at-bats. So Ken Oberkfell will now come in for the Pirates, and he will make the postseason roster. Whether he'll start, I don't think he's going to start, though. Bonilla probably will get that. So Ken Oberkfell now on the Pirates, a late acquisition from the Braves, I should say. So now with one out, here's McGee. Robinson will go ahead and pitch. Robinson, 3-5, strikeout, 17 is high. McGee, 5-4, and that is a ground ball hit to third. That'll be easy play there for Oberkfell. He'll throw to first for out number 2. 2 outs, and now the batter is Smith, and Smith is 0 for 3. Working on another shutout here. Is it possible we may have 2 shutouts in a row in a game like this? In games like this, Robinson with the pitch. Robinson, 5-6, range play at the park. 3 Rivers, 2-2. That's a pop fly ball behind the plate. Pop fly to the catcher. Prince going for it. His range is a 3, and he'll make the catch to retire the side in foul territory. 1, 2, 3, go the Birds. Nice job by Jeff Robinson. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. A huge 10-minute ticker, of course, during the final week. Of course, we don't know what game we're going to, actually, we probably do know which game we're going to play tomorrow night on the 29th, because there really is only one, because on the 29th of September, they only had 7 games that were played that week, and there really is only one game where both teams really matter. But we'll get to that when we get to the ticker. So we'll decide then. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Pirates lead 3-0. Top of the order for the Pirates in Gary Reedus. He'll bat. He's 0 for 3. Cardinals need a pitcher. And you got right, left. So they're going to go with a righty here. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals will be Scott Terry. 9 wins, 6 losses, 3 saves, a 2.92 ERA. Terry will come on and be the second St. Louis pitcher. 3-0 Pirates. As Dave Little joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Terry will go ahead and pitch. Terry, 6-4, that's a blank. Reedus, a 1-4, and that's a ground out to short. It'll be handled easily by Smith, and that is out number 1. Reedus has been pretty much ineffective today. Leaned is next. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Terry with the deal. Terry, 6-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Leaned, 6-3, and that's a ground out to third. Handled by Booker. And the toss goes over to first for 2 outs. Here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 0 for 3. 2 men down here, bottom of the 7th. Pirates trying to wrap up the division. Terry, 3-4. Wild pitch, ball 1. 5-3, that is a blank. Van Slyke, 5-3. That's a fly ball hit to center field. Willie McGee will get under it and put it away. A nice job by Scott Terry. 1, 2, 3, go the Bucks. Still 3-0 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Jeff Robinson, he will continue to pitch. He's got 4 more batters to face before fatigue. Pedro Guerrero leads off for the Redbirds. He's 1 for 3 with a triple. Cardinals need to get some runs here, but the Pirates have been absolutely stifling on the mound. Robinson, 6-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Guerrero, 4-6, and that's a fly out to right field. Wilson, he'll camp under it and put it away. 1 out. 1 down. Here is Brunansky. And let me see now, Brunansky, he's got the home run power, but right now I'm just wondering if you make any moves here. And you know what? Not yet, I'll admit. Brunansky will bat, and he actually was a main starter also. Brunansky's 0 for 2 with a walk. Robinson, he will pitch. Robinson, 3-4. That's at the park. 3 Rivers, 6-3, and that's a base hit to center field, a possible double. Brunansky rounding first. He's going to try for second. Van Slyke is a -1 arm, a 1 or a 2. Brunansky will get there, and he does on a 1. He turned on the Jets, knowing how important this game is, and he gets to second base. Big hit for Brunansky. And the batter is Morris. Morris is going to bat, though. He's going to bat. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. And he will go up against Robinson here. 1 out, a big run at second base. Cardinals have got to get these runs across. Robinson will go ahead and pitch. Strategy rolls are off. Robinson, 3-5, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Robinson. He gets Morris. And that is out number 2. And now the batter is Pena, and Pena is 0 for 3. Brunansky on at second. Robinson looking to deal with Pena here. Robinson sets up, and here's the pitch. Robinson, 1-1, possible error. Pena, 4-1. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Oberkfell, and Oberkfell's error rating, his error rating is a 10. That's a 15. He won't make an error. He's got it. Throws to first to retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals. They are down 3-0 here, and they are running out of outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Scott Terry, he will stay on the mound. He pitched beautifully the last inning. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the new third baseman, Ken Oberkfell. As I said, he came over from the Atlanta Braves late in '88. Now on the Cardinals, 271 average, 3 homers, 42 RBIs. Now on the Pirates, my bad. So Terry will go ahead and pitch to Oberkfell. Terry, 4-1, that is a blank. Oberkfell, 5-4, that's a fly ball hit to left. And Morris will get to that one and make the catch, 1 out. Next batter is Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 3. Terry goes ahead and deals. Terry, 5-2, that's a blank. Wilson, a 5-6, and that's a fly out to center field. Willie McGee comes in a little bit and has it 2 down. 2 outs now, and here's Bream. Bream is 2 for 3, 2 doubles. 2 men out. The fans here at Three Rivers expecting a division title tonight. Terry with the pitch. Terry, 2-5, that's a blank. Bream, 3-5, that's a double into right field. Bream hits his 3rd consecutive double tonight. He keeps the inning alive. That's a big insurance run. Bream 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. The batter is Tom Prince, but we'll see a pinch hitter for him as Prince will come back, and taking over the catcher spot and batting will be Mike LaValliere. 261 average, 2 homers, 47 RBI. So LaValliere will take over at catcher. And he's almost is actually not too bad. Timeout for a substitution. 3, 4, 6, -1. So Mike LaValliere, Spanky will go up against Terry. 2 men down. Terry is now tired, though. Terry is tired, and they're not going to let him pitch to LaValliere. LaValliere actually hits lefties worse. So that's going to be it for Scott Terry. So the Cardinals will go to the bullpen, and they're going to bring out a lefty here. Try to get one big out. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals will be Ken Daly. 2 wins, 7 losses, 5 saves, a 2.77 ERA. Daly is the 3rd Cardinal pitcher, and he'll pitch to LaValliere here. Bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Pirates. Daly has got to keep the run at second base. 2 outs here if the Cardinals want to have really any hope in the top of the 9th. Fans here at 3 errors hoping Spanky can get the job done. Strategy rolls are off. Daly, 4-1, strikeout 14. That is high. LaValliere, 5-4, and it's a base hit to center field. LaValliere will get a pinch hit single. Breen, base runner 2, becomes a 3 with 2 outs. Base hit to center, +2, a 1-5. Breen scores, and he does. Bream comes around, he scores. LaValliere holds it first. 4-0 Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! Mets fans groan. Because a Pirates win gives the Pirates a division title. The Mets cannot win the division. But they were going to, they would be the 3 seed, however, because they would have to go play the winner of the National League West. Fermin is the next batter, and a 276 average. He will hit. Fermin is 0 for 3. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 8th, now 4-0 Pirates. Daly will go ahead and pitch. Daly, 2-4 against the righty, strikeout 5, and he got him. Cold strike 3 on Fermin, side retired. But the damage is done. 1 run, 2 hits. A big run for the Cardinals. They have a 4-0 lead after 8, 3 outs away from the National League East title. Who would have thought the Pirates would be celebrating a National League East championship in a 1988 replay as good as the Mets were that year? But will we see some 9th inning magic? Jeff Robinson coming out of the game. Pirates are going to go ahead and bring out the closer, and that's going to be Jim Gott. 6 wins, 6 losses, 34 saves, a 3.49 ERA. Luis Alicea due to bat, and he won't, as they will go to the bullpen, to the bench for him. So taking over at second base and pinch hitting will be Jose Oquendo. 277 average, 7 homers, 46 RBIs. Oquendo will take over at second if this game goes any further. So Jose Oquendo against Jim Gott, top of the 9th. Pirates 3 outs away from celebrating the NL East. Can the 88 Pirates do what the 79 Pirates could not? Gott with the pitch. Gott 6-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Oquendo 3-5. And it's a ground ball to short. Taken care of by Fermin. Throws to first. 1 out. One down, and now the batter is Booker. A 3.43 average. He will bat. Gott will go up against Booker now. One down. Gott sets up here. And here comes the pitch. Gott, 4-6, strikeout plus 19. No, that's too high. Booker swings. 4-2. He hits one to left field. That is a 3, and that's a base hit. Booker keeps it alive with a single. Pinch hitter coming up for Daly as the Cardinals go into the bench. And they can bring up anybody they want. And it is going to be Tom Pagnozzi, 282 average, 15 RBIs, no homers. Cardinals need base runners. Tom Pagnozzi will pinch it now. One out. Infield is at double play. Gott sets up here. The fans at Three Rivers hoping for the division title tonight. Strategy rolls her off. Gott with the pitch. Gott, 5-2. Range play. Pagnozzi, 3-1. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 9. That's going to be a double to left unless Gary Reedus can make the play. His range is a 3. And he's got it. 2 outs. What a play by Reedus. Takes a double away from Pagnozzi, and that is a fly out to left. Great play by Gary Reedus. Not good at the plate today, but he makes a big-time catch out and left. 2 men down, and the last chance for the Redbirds is Willie McGee. McGee is 0 for 4 tonight. Does have a stolen base. Booker on it first. Gott now looking at McGee. He knows he just needs one more out to clinch the National League East and the #1 seed in the National League. And they have the lead right now on the Red Sox for overall. Gott will go ahead and set up. Fans here at Three Rivers Stadium are as loud as they can be. Gott will set up. Here comes the pitch. 3-1 against the switch left, and it's going to be an out. It's going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Getting over there is Reedus. He takes a couple of steps inward, puts out his glove. Bop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Pirates win the National League East title. They beat the Cardinals 4-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! Yay! And they will mob the field, celebrating a division title here at Three Rivers Stadium. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals. And with that win by the Pirates, they go to 96-61. The Cardinals drop to 85-74. With that win, the Cardinals are eliminated, and the Montreal Expos clinch the final playoff berth in the National League East. The Expos are going to the postseason. They are right now the #4 seed. The Expos, however, have not clinched third yet. They can still catch the Mets. A win by the Mets, however, tonight will clinch second place for them. A big win for the Pirates. Another second straight shutout on the network. The Dodgers beat the Padres 1-0 last night. The Pirates beat the Cardinals 4-0 tonight. Final line score coming up. For the Pirates, 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the Cardinals, no runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Doug Drabek. He'll take the win. Joe Magrane takes a tough loss. Robinson and Gott do get holds. A big victory for the Pirates. They clinch the National League East Division tonight, and they are the #1 seed in the National League postseason. But we are not done yet. 10-minute ticker, a huge one coming right up. Do not go away. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Cardinals get shut out by the Pirates tonight, and the Pirates are your National League East champions. They are the #1 seed. That will not change. But what about the rest of Major League Baseball? Let's find out and see what's up. First, let's see. First, for September 28th, meaningless game between, let's see, any meaningless games? Yes, Texas and the White Sox. We'll do that first. Rangers 866, and that is 9. White Sox 743, and that is 4. And the Rangers will get a victory. Now on to the games that matter. Yankees at Baltimore. Yankees at Baltimore. The Yankees right now are 1 percentage point ahead of the Tigers. Baltimore has been playing spoiler. Yankees minus 722, and that is 0. I guess they're not supposed to win that game. Orioles 661, and they won't. That's 6. So a big win for the Orioles, and the Yankees now drop back to 3rd at this moment. Toronto at Boston. The Red Sox have clinched the American League East. Toronto is a game back now, is 1 game back of 3rd. Toronto 11-11. Oh, that's bad. That's 0. Red Sox continue to scorching hot. 12-52, and that is 6. And the Red Sox will win another game and now are a full game ahead of Oakland for #1 in the league. Detroit at Cleveland. With the Yankees losing, can the Tigers take over 2nd? The Tigers now are a half game ahead of the Yankees. Can Detroit beat the Indians? Tigers 8-12. No, that's 0. Indians 8-15, and that is 1. And the Indians keep Detroit from getting any better. The American League East is going to go down to the final day, I think. California at Milwaukee. Both New York and Detroit lose. New York and Detroit and Toronto lost in this game. The Brewers have a big chance to have a pretty much a 4-way tie. California 11-66, and they're not going to do it. That's 10. Milwaukee 11-21, and that is 2. Every team behind the Red Sox that were fighting for a postseason berth lost. Yankees, Tigers, Blue Jays, and Brewers. The only team that won was the Red Sox. Nobody clinches anywhere. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. No, the Yankees don't. The Tigers don't. Nobody clinches anything in the American League East. Oakland at Minnesota. The Athletics are now a full game back of the Red Sox. Minnesota has 81 wins. A win for the Twins tonight. They clinch a playoff berth in the American League West. Can they beat the Athletics? Oakland 1946, and that is 6. Minnesota 766, that is 9. The Twins will win today. They get 82 wins. The Minnesota Twins are in the postseason. They clinch. The Kansas City Royals are not playing tonight. They will have to wait for tomorrow. But the Twins have now clinched a playoff berth in the AL West. Now to go back to the National League. The Houston Astros taking on the Atlanta Braves. The Astros are 2.5 back of the Giants. Giants' magic number is 2. A loss by the Astros and a win by the Giants. The Giants will win the division because the Giants have the better board record than the Astros. Houston and Atlanta, a big one row here. Can the Astros stay alive for the division in the National League West? Houston 13-31, and that is 4. Braves 6-11-0, and the Astros stay alive. The Astros gain a game, or should say gain a half game. Now we'll see what happens later. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs and the Expos. A loss by the Montreal Expos or a win by the Mets. The Mets will be second clinch the 3rd seed in the National League, and the Expos will clinch the 4th seed. Montreal has to win to have any chance to catch the Mets for second. What happens in this game? Cubs 9-31, and that is 3. Expos 7-21, and that is 2. The Expos will lose. The Mets will clinch second place in the National League East no matter what, and they are the 3 seed. They avoid the wild card series. They will play the National League West champion in the division series. The Mets games are now meaningless. They cannot do any worse. Mets and the Phillies. Mets 11-46, and that is 5. The Phillies 5-36, and that is 3. The Mets still get a happy recap. The Mets got hot at the end, near the end in September, and they clinch second place in the division. They are in the division series. Dodgers and the Padres. The Dodgers and the Padres. The Dodgers, 77 wins, 80 losses. The Padres were knocked out by the Dodgers last night. Can the Padres return the favor? A Dodger loss, they go to 81 losses, and they are out. Dodgers and Padres, Hershiser and Hawkins. Can San Diego give them some revenge? Dodgers 5-41, and that is 3. Padres minus 242, and that is 2. And the Dodgers are still alive. They now go to 78 and 80. Dodgers cannot lose any more games at all. The Dodgers have been playing with being kicked out of the postseason. They are trying to get that 6th seed. Reds and the Giants. The Reds are 77 and 80. The Giants, with the Astro win, the Giants win right here. The Giants now cannot clinch the division. But the Reds must win. A loss by the Reds gives them 81 losses, and the Reds will be out. Cincinnati had Danny Jackson against Atlee Hammaker. Can the Reds stay alive for one more day? Reds 10-36, and that is 4. Giants 4-26, and that is 2. The Reds will stay alive for one more day. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow is September 29th. Only one game has 2 teams that are in the playoff hunt, and that is Oakland at Minnesota. The Cubs and the Expos is meaningless. Houston and Atlanta is pretty much meaningless, even though the Astros still chasing them. White Sox, Kansas City. Kansas City needs to win this game in order to make the postseason now that Minnesota has clinched a playoff berth. But the White Sox have nothing to play for. Cleveland has nothing to play for, and Baltimore has nothing to play for. Oakland and Minnesota, they do have something to play for. Oakland is still trying to get the number 1 seed in the American League, and Minnesota trying to now lengthen their lead on Kansas City. They would be the 5 seed, and they would host the game 1 of the wild card series. We're going to do that game tomorrow night. It will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Minnesota Twins. Kurt Young will go for Oakland, and Freddie Tolliver will go for Minnesota. A big game tomorrow night. Minnesota trying to get a little further in the division. Oakland trying to catch the Red Sox. What will happen tomorrow night? A big game. Oakland and Minnesota. Young and Tolliver, be there or be square. Jeremy Brooks, Dave Little, John Haverly, Texag75, Steve Tower, Doug Hunt, Brian B, VDub Productions, Baseball with the Demos. Let's see, got here, let's see, Brian Patterson, David Vega, Rick Query, Joel Turney, Philip Reynolds, and Jeremy Brooks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. There's still a lot that can happen in tomorrow night's ticker, even though most of the games are meaningless, well, for some of the teams, but for some of the others, they're not. A big win for the Pirates tonight. They shut out the Cardinals 4-0. They win the National League East. The Mets are in second place, and the Expos are in third. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The final week is not over yet.